Hi, I'm Mandy, and we're going to talk about Zechariah today. Have you ever been told something and you didn't believe it? Maybe it sounded sketchy or unrealistic. Maybe you've been asked to do something and you thought there is no way I'm going to do that. Maybe you didn't feel like you had the capability to do it, or you just didn't want to do it. So, most likely, you made an excuse. You're not alone. Making excuses has been going on for thousands of years. The Bible shows us in many cases where God's people made excuses. They doubted, maybe they were in denial about what God was asking them to do. Well, today as we talk about Zechariah, you'll find out that he was also a man who made an excuse. Zechariah, he was a priest in Israel just before the time of Jesus' birth. And one day he goes into the temple to burn incense, which he had done many times before. But he gets in there, and the angel Gabriel is standing right before him. And Gabriel says, "Zechariah, your wife Elizabeth, she's going to have a baby. And that baby, well, he is going to bring Israel back to God. And that baby, he's also going to prepare the way for the Savior. Oh, and his name will be John." Zechariah replied with, well, a lot of doubt. And he said, "How do I know this is going to be true? I'm kind of old. My wife Elizabeth, she's kind of old too." So he doubted what he was hearing, and he gave that excuse. But Gabriel said, "I'm telling you the truth. This is what is going to happen. But because you doubted me, you're not going to be able to speak until your son is born." When Zechariah emerged from the temple, and he'd been in there for a while, people were beginning to wonder what was happening. He frantically wrote down everything that he saw and he heard. And of course, what Gabriel said was true. It all happened. Very soon after, Elizabeth became pregnant. In fact, she was visited by her cousin Mary, who was also pregnant. And Mary was a virgin. I think we probably know who that is. When the baby was born, everyone was asking Zechariah, what will his name be? For sure it's going to be a family name. That's what we do around here. Zechariah simply wrote, his name is John, just as Gabriel told him it would be. And his son, John, that was John the Baptist. He was the man who would prepare the world for the Savior, who would tell everybody how Jesus would love them and take away their sins. And really, John's birth was leading everyone into the first Christmas. John was born right before Jesus was. This is Advent season. And as Christians, we look at the past and that Jesus was born, and we're so grateful for that. But we also look forward to Christ's second coming. And when you think about it, how many people do you know who don't know anything about Jesus? There's a whole world out there that doesn't know about him. They have no idea that they're loved, they're forgiven, they're saved. Maybe you're thinking, what can I do about that? How could God use me to go out and talk to people about Jesus? I don't speak well, I get nervous, I don't know my Bible well enough. Well, we are supposed to go out there and talk to people. Remember Zechariah, he didn't think that he would be able to be a part of something so significant as the announcement of Jesus. But God said, I choose you. God has chosen us to go throughout the world, to tell as many people as possible about our loving Jesus. He's our Redeemer. He's our King. He's our Savior. Thank you for joining me on this devotion on Zechariah. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas.